AT&T comes out with a massive dividend tomorrow. I own the calls, the 31 strike and the 32 strike out of the money calls. Do I get that dividend? Do I get the benefit of the 52 cents per share that AT&T is distributing? I'm long 75 calls. 75 calls would be the equivalent to 7,500 shares of stock at expiration if these were in the money. 7,500 shares of stock times 52 cents for that dividend. What the heck does that equal? $3,900. Do I get that $3,900? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So, dividend. As the owner of the long call, I'm only entitled to the dividend, and I would have to exercise that position before the stock goes ex-div. So here's AT&T's dividend, and the X date is going to be this one right here. So today it's January 6th. The X date is January 8th. So I'm not exercising this. I absolutely do not get the dividend. Why don't I get the dividend? Well, let's think of it conceptually. AT&T is giving the holders of the company a dividend for their investment. But right here, I don't own AT&T. I have an option to own AT&T above $31. Right now, AT&T is trading $29.91. So I'm not going to exercise that option. I don't want to be long from 31 or certainly from 32. So that doesn't make sense for me. Now, if I had deep in the money calls, absolutely. These you probably would exercise in order to get the stock and then to capture that 52 cent dividend that is so important to AT&T shareholders. Now let's talk about the pricing. What's going to happen to the pricing of my calls? Well, the stock trading at $29.90. Today's January 6th. The X date again is January 8th. So it's not tomorrow, it's the day after. When it goes ex-div, so today's Wednesday, Thursday, going into Friday morning, wherever the stock closes, it's going to drop by that div amount. So if it's trading at 30, when we get to that ex-div date, Friday morning, $30 equals $29.48 on Friday, right? So $30 on Thursday equals $29.48 on Friday because those dudes captured the 52% div. What do my calls do? Well, we have a delta. The delta is going to tell me how much my options will change based upon a dollar move in the underlying stock. So right now, with the stock at $29.90, if AT&T drops to $28.90, a full dollar, these options would lose 34 cents because of their delta. So think about it with the dividend. With the dividend, which is again 52 cents, the stock's naturally going to drop 52 cents. Instead of losing 34 cents for these options, the options will then lose 16 cents. So fair market would be 64 cents right now. Then it would just be 48 cents. And you may be saying, well, why hold the options through the dividend? Because it's a rolling price. In theory, we know it's a scheduled event. And there's really not much difference between a stock going up or a company just giving out a dividend for income. So if I want to be a long-term holder of AT&T, staying in the options. Now, if I held really short-term options like these, I'm not sure you want to mess with the upside on the calls, and that's why they're so cheap. Really, if there wasn't a dividend, these would be worth 20 cents more, because instead of 52 cents, it would be half. So that's how you can look at it. These aren't very good. AT&T is a very slow moving stock. It's not going to move that much in 2 days. It's kind of a sucker's play. That's how I look at it. Now you're probably thinking, why am I long AT&T? Well, AT&T, I'm long the stock, which I'm going to get that dividend, and I'm going to appreciate that 52 cents. And I'm long those options. The reason I'm long both of them is because I'm very bullish AT&T, and that's why December 12th, I shared this trade with the membership. AT&T, we suggested what to buy, and then the reason all 17 films from Time Warner are released on HBO Max. It's time to shake up the long-term direction of the movie industry. This trade is just like Disney, largest subscription company in the world, long-term hold, awesome dividend as well for stockholders. So I'm long AT&T. I think it's a really great play for them to release their film straight to HBO Max. It gives them the subscribers. Reoccurring revenue is what's getting such a great premium in today's market. So that's why we're in AT&T. And if you have that question of if you own that long call, do you get the dividend? Hopefully this video helped. My name is Jonathan Rose. I'm the owner of Masters in Trading.